Hi everyone, it's Janette here, enthusiastic gardener. Welcome back to my garden. Yes, I've been plotting and scheming and planning ever since 2 weeks ago. I watched a whole week of the BBC's coverage of the RHS Chelsea Flower Show, which was on every day for an hour, so it was amazing. Filled me up with loads of ideas. But one of the things that every garden designer says is attract wildlife into your garden. And yesterday I was out here and the bees were everywhere, all over my alliums, my lamium. It was just amazing, and I thought I really want to do this. I had to get it past quality control or approval stage, which was to tell Richard I knew he was not going to be for this idea at all, and he wasn't when I told him this morning. However, I've assured him this is not going to have fish, this is not going to have fountains, it's not going to have pumps, it's purely a wildlife pond to attract insects and hopefully frogs to get rid of all these slugs and snails. So it's going to go here, because here is where all my daffodils have somehow tended to end up, and while it looks beautiful in March and early April, I'm just left with loads of leaves which drive me crazy. So my intention was always to dig up all my daffodil bulbs everywhere. I've got lots, about 10 different varieties, and I'm going to put them all in a pot and I'm going to mix them all up and I'm going to replant them in different spots so they're not all in one space. So I wanted to do that anyway. I just need to move this lemon cypress, that's all, and that's going to go over there, so that's a real easy job. And then I'll be left with this big space. I've told him that the wildlife pond is going to be this big, but it's actually going to be bigger than this. I was going to get a liner and just put a liner in, dig a hole. I thought that would be easier, but he said no, get a pre-formed pond. I was worried about getting the levels right because it would drive you crazy if your water level is not right. Well, water always finds its own level, but if the actual pond is not correct, then it will be noticeable and drive you nuts. So we'll worry about that nearer the time because we've got a big hole to dig first. So yeah, let's get digging. This lemon cypress was so tiny about 2 years ago. It's like that. It's the one that I put in my little miniature fairy garden. Smells lovely. I'm so lucky as well because my soil is really easy to dig. You know, if you were going to dig a pond and it was hard clay, well, I'd definitely think twice about that. So that's that, and you can see the space is forming now. Here's a view of this side. So as you can see, I'm going to keep all this here to there and then I'll move the heuchera, I'll move the daffodils, and so we'll have a space like that to work with. I'm just going to keep my bulbs in here just for the moment. I think they'll be all right if I put them in the shade, and then I can replant them all. It's all cleared away, and Richard has come round to the idea of getting a wildlife pond, thankfully, and we're now off to the garden centre because I spotted one yesterday, and it's on Amazon, but I think they might have them at my local garden centre, which does a lot of ponds and aquatics and fish and everything. Not that we're having fish, of course, but we want to get to the pond and then I'll know the size of hole to dig, and I'm so excited.
Janette has decided to have a water feature, and she put the suggestion forward, but I think it wasn't more of a suggestion. I think it was more a case of when can we do it.
So we're here at the garden centre, which has a wonderful fish section, because we're here to pick up the pond. Here they are. This is the one that I'm thinking. Not that one. Not that one. This one. That's the one that I'm thinking. That is the next size up, which we could fit, Rich.
No.
No?
You want room around it.
Yeah, we want room around it to put some plants. Show you these. And this huge tank. And you can get all sizes, they're beautiful. I think they're hungry. We're not having fish at all, of course. I just wanted to show you this beautiful shop within the garden centre. Lovely. So this is the one we have decided on. There were two options. They're both the same size and very similar price. What one do you think, Rich? This one on the right. Yeah, it's perfect. And what's that one called? Creek. So that is $29.99. I bet that's a bargain. Let's take it home.
Right, this is the new pond.
Woohoo!
And this is where it's going. That's it.
Are you excited?
Oh, very. Look at my eyes.
Here's where we are, and you can see that still have, we can see there, it's got to be flush, maybe about 3 more inches. This is how far I've got, and I keep checking it. It is level, although obviously these bits are bumpy, so it's hard to say. And then I'm pushing the soil down as it needs lifting a bit. Richard says that I need to fill it with water now.
Yeah, fill it with water.
Yeah.
And it'll give you a bit of weight.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you can start jiggling it about to get the precise level.
Okay.
Because as it is at the moment, it's very light.
Yes.
So whatever you do, it's just gonna, it's not going to stay in the same position.
Okay, let's fill it with water then. Right, this is where I am at the end of this day. I've put those rocks there just to weigh down the two sides, the middle sides, this side and that side, kind of stick up a bit. So I'm hoping in the sun they'll kind of mould down again. But I think it looks really nice, and I'm amazed that the level looks okay. So can you imagine it all planted around the sides and plants in on the shelves down there? It's going to look wonderful. What do you think, Lottie? I hope she doesn't run out in the middle of the night, not realising. No, she doesn't care about the wildlife pond. Anyway, tomorrow is going to be adding gravel and plants. Why not? Why wait? Okay, we are on day 2 of the build. I like to call it the build. It sounds more spectacular. Well, I went out on a dog walk up my little bridle path and I found treasures. I found these rocks. I've cleaned a couple of them and they're actually very beautiful. And we're just cleaning them quickly. Then we're going to go to the... Oh! I turned the hose on. Then we're going to go to the garden centre. I want it to be a good habitat, number one. I want it to be ideal for wildlife, particularly frogs. But also, I don't want it to look untidy and messy. I was watching this morning YouTube ponds and wildlife, and I did hear about frogs, which I thought was very interesting. I'm not sure where this man was, somewhere in the world, obviously. He said it's the middle of May for me now, which it is pretty much here as well. He said, and by now all the frogs have come out of hibernation. They've started breeding as well. Once they've bred, they will then leave their frog spawn and they will travel sometimes quite a long distance in order to find a new place and new food. So by the end of June, this man was saying that he expects to see frogs show up in his garden. So I think I've just about made the frog finding ponds window, hopefully, although I don't know how they're going to get in this garden because this garden has been dog proofed, so there's no little holes anywhere. However, I did see a frog in the garden maybe a year ago over there one night, so it's possible. So I'm going to carry on cleaning all my stones and come back to you in a little while. Richard has just taken me to the garden centre. Our very first time ever buying aquatic plants. I have no knowledge of aquatic plants. In fact, Richard had as much knowledge as I did. But a lovely lady helped us. So we've made our choices.
Spent a bit of time pondering over the plants.
Well, it's a big decision. I'll just show you the plants. Hopefully we made a good selection. I definitely wanted a water lily. This was so expensive. They had no prices. So I was just picking things up. This was £26. The pond wasn't much more than that. But I definitely wanted a water lily, which all I know about water lilies is that they don't like running water. They like still water. And this is a miniature, a Nymphaea Aurora, which had a beautiful colour. And you submerge it slowly at the bottom and it should have a flower June, July, August and September. So that's my pretty little water lily. Then we have, I like the look of these and I wanted one of these. It hasn't got very many stems or stalks. It's called Equisetum Hyemale, a Dutch rush. And what does it say about the Dutch rush? It's evergreen, so that's good. Extremely hardy, even 500 miles inside the Arctic Circle. Good grief. So you can see it likes full sun, it likes partial shade. and that's the depth, so we need to do that one. This one was also expensive, but I thought it would be nice to have something with flowers because that might attract insects and pollinators, and this is very, very pretty, I thought. As I say, we know nothing about this sort of thing. So this one is called, let me turn it round. It is a Houttuynua Cordata Plena, the orange peel plant. Which one do you like, Lottie? She likes to inspect. No, don't eat them, they're expensive. Lottie, no. Oh dear, this one's attractive to dogs by the looks of it. No, Lottie, don't eat Mummy's plants. Right, what were we doing? I forgot. Yes, did we do this one? The orange peel plant. White flowers made of numerous bracts, prolific from May to September. Attractive orange peel scent. I didn't think dogs liked citrus scents. Anyway, so we can see there again, full sun, partial shade. That's the depth we need. This one I like. It's called the Fibre octave plant. So I thought that was attractive. A Scirpus Cernuus. So yes, this is an attractive evergreen, so it's good. Another evergreen. Glossy thread-like leaves have minute white flower spikes on the tip of each leaf. July, August, September flowers. And full sun, partial shade. And then finally, I like these. This one is the one Lottie likes as well. I have to be careful. It's called, common name, Gardener's Garters, Phalarus. Nice. So there again we have boldly striped with white, pale and dark green. July, August, September flowers. Full sun, part shade again. We've got two little water lettuces, which the lady said are only annuals, but they're very pretty. And we got two bunches of oxygenating plants. This one and this one round here. Oxygenating plants. So I'll leave them in there. And what I did notice as well, very quickly, is where the pond's sited, although it is in full sun, fortunately, at this time of day, what time is it, Rich? 10 past 1. It actually has some shade from my Victoria plum because the sun is ahead of us up there. So I think that's quite fortunate. So for part of the day it will have shade. Oh, Richard put this here last night to make me laugh. But I quite like it. I think he will stay. Okay, it's now day 3 and as you can see I have actually emptied all the water out of the pond because it's been raining. So I thought ideally if I can put rainwater in here it's going to be even better. I don't know if I have enough, but we'll see. I might have to top it up with a bit of tap water. I'll put all the rocks in now and then I need to really wash this gravel thoroughly and then hopefully let it settle a little bit. When it goes clear we can put the plants in. So I think here we'll have a kind of a ledge or something so that things can climb out. Up here. It's a little bit of a jigsaw puzzle. And I want it to be sturdy, if possible. I have seen actually these little ladders that you can buy on Amazon. They're only about £6 or £7. They're about this long, no, maybe about a foot long, little twigs, and you, I assume, put it in there and have it overhanging. I think I'll get myself one of those. That's it, I think that will do. I think that's quite sturdy. So now I'm going to wash the gravel and add the gravel. Right, Rich is going to do the first watering can's worth.
I'm doing it nice and slow,
Yeah.
so it doesn't kick up any dirt.
Okay.
It's still nice and clear.
Still looking quite clear.
Yeah, because we're not disturbing the stones.
Yeah.
That's enough.
And the moment I have been waiting for, the plants, and this is the water lily, and the lady said, didn't she, Rich, you have to lower it very slowly.
Yeah.
Okay. There we are. I think they turn themselves around, don't they?
They will do, yes. They will face up to the sun.
Let's give it a little clean. Oh. Lovely. Right, your turn.
No, did you
Oh, well, I'll do this big one because I think the big
do another one?
The big one has to go here. Right, this one is the orange peel plant, and I think this has to go on this ledge because it's the biggest ledge. Oh, I should have read, because this one, it says that from the top of the plant it's supposed to be 0 to 10 centimetres. Well, that's fine, isn't it?
That's perfect. This is the Dutch rush. And it's got to be between 0 and 15, well, 15 centimetres
Max.
Max.
From the top of the pot.
On the top of the pot.
Okay.
Oh, right, it's got to go in there, isn't it?
Got to fit 3 in.
Yeah, that'll do.
That's nice.
This is called Garters.
How deep does that one have to be from the top?
0 to 15.
Oh,
That's it.
oh.
Right, this one is called the Fibre Optic plant. See, it looks like
It does. I like that one.
that'll be 0 to 15.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, that is. That goes in the last remaining space.
Lovely. And we've got to add our water lettuce.
Let's have a bit of lettuce.
You can have the honours. The placing of the lettuce.
The placing of the lettuce. Well, have that one. No, we'll have that one there.
And the oxygenatings.
And then we need the oxygenating. They blow about anyway in the wind.
Yeah.
So these, they just sling them in, don't you? That's it.
Oh, it's lovely. Do you like it?
Yeah. Once the other plants are in, covering the edges, I think that'll look nice. No, it's got to settle. The plants start working.
I think next week what I'll do, I'll plant around the edges. So that could be for a video for next week, because that'll give me something to think about. I can sit and look at this.
Yeah, Janette's expecting a flower of frogs next year.
A flurry.
They're going.
A flurry. What is the collective noun for frogs? Like a gaggle of geese and a
Just lots
horde of wildebeest. We need to find that out and put that on the screen.
Yeah.
What is the collective noun
Yeah,
for
she's
frogs?
expecting frogs to be bouncing everywhere.
This is all for frogs.
Yeah. How they're going to get in there in the first place, I
But
don't
I
know.
saw a frog over there about a year ago.
Mm.
But anyway,
He won't be coming back, will he?
no. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Next week, as I say, I will plant all the way around the end. We'll add some little bits and pieces. This is lovely. Dutch rush, orange peel plant. I've got to remember the names. Fibre Optic. No, that's the orange peel. Fibre Optic, Gardener's Garters, water lily, lettuce. Got to learn the names. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm Janette, I'm the Enthusiastic Gardener. Hope you're having fun in your gardens, and I will see you next week for the planting of the surroundings. Bye everyone.
Bye.